Dad.
Ben, I didn't realize you were here. I mean, I knew you were here, but I didn't know you were up.
Well, I'm a little mad because it's so late, and where were you?
You know where I was. I was out with Alice tonight. You know that, Ben. I told you I was going
Well, I know that. I just
Yeah.
didn't think, what kind of woman would keep a man out till 5 past midnight?
Well,
It's a little late for a first date.
this is not our first date. This is our third date, and we were having a good time. And
I was waiting up and was nervous, and anything could have happened. You could have, I don't know, gone off and done something stupid, like eloped. Could have gone to Vegas and lost all our money. I don't know what you're going to do, but...
Ben, we were sharing cherry cheesecake.
No.
Then don't make me ashamed of that.
Well, did you go out, or did you...
Yeah, we went out for dinner. We went to a bookstore.
She reads, huh?
Not only did she read, she's written 3 best-selling books.
And she's a doctor. Is she a medical doctor, or is she one of those just fake doctors?
No, she's an actual medical doctor. She's a gastroenterologist.
I'm a little confused how
Yeah.
you are a gastroenterologist and you write bestsellers. Does she write about gastroenterology? Because that's not a popular topic.
She's the author of Up Your Ass, which has been on the top 10 list for 20 years. She wrote a book 15 years ago called I'll Show You Binding. No. She wrote a book called Bound for Glory, and I think... Any messages, Laura?
Dr. Weber called twice already.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Laura, can I ask you something that's really none of my business? And
Oh, no.
well, let me rephrase this question. Can I tell you something that's none of your business?
I'd rather you didn't.
Wait, no, actually, I think I do need to ask you something. Wait, let me. Can I ask you
You
something
know
that's
what?
really...
Just don't ask me if you can. Just do it.
Okay, here's the thing. Have you ever been in a situation where you've gone out with somebody a couple of times and all of a sudden you realize that there's no electricity there, this is someone who you prefer as a friend?
Of course, Dr. Katz.
Well, how do you deal with that situation? Because I think...
Well, you don't go out with them anymore. Or you tell them. You have to tell them.
Because this woman I'm going out with, Dr. Weber, I think she really digs me, and I think...
Did she say that she digs you?
No one used the word dig until now.
I mean, are you sure that you're not reading the signs wrong?
No, in fact, this is not such an unusual situation for me to be in. It just hasn't happened in maybe 20, 30 years.
Oh.
She's very charming, and she's good company. We have many things in common, we both love music. We share a passion for technology. But there's something missing in the relationship. I think it's her chin.
Huh.
I've looked everywhere.
Well, she can't help that. I mean, if you really like her and you get along with her.
I know it's petty. It seems so petty to find that a physical flaw in somebody who is even mildly interested in me.
Yeah.
It's just you grow up with certain expectations in life. A chin.
Oh, I just don't know what to do, Dr. Katz.
Well,
I don't. Every time I go up on stage and I do my act, my mother tells me that she doesn't like what I'm doing.
and why is that?
Well, I'm talking about Larry Hagman and the new liver. She doesn't like that. I dream of liver. That's not even funny.
Well, it's not up to her. I mean, that's...
She's telling me I can't do it. No, you can't do that one. Don't be talking about me. Don't be talking about your father. God, why don't you talk about yourself? Yes, you do have a weight problem. Aunt Rose, she likes what I'm doing. Yeah, that Kevin, he's got the best jokes. He's so handsome on stage, too. He looks beautiful. Oh, I love him on that stage, sweating like a madman.
Okay, let's talk about the young Kevin Meaney. Let's talk about your childhood.
My parents would always have company come over, Mr. Richter's coming over. So I'd always hear that one.
Right.
Mr. Richter's coming over. And he just got back from Sweden, and he had a sex change operation. I don't want any of you kids to say anything about him being a woman. You've got something to say, you just tell him how pretty he looks. Peterkins were always coming over, too. Oh, I hated the Peterkins. They didn't have any kids, so they'd come over and look at us. My mother was always telling us, too, that Mrs. Peterkin was sick. She's sick. Are you happy? She's sick! What's wrong with her? She's got thyroid. So don't be mentioning the GD thyroid when she gets here. We didn't know what thyroid was. Next thing you know, Peterkin shows up and she's got these big eyes from outer space.
Yeah.
Sitting around the dinner table, she's looking at us, we're looking at her. Nobody's blinking.
Right.
Aunt Rose, she wouldn't make it any easier on us either.
I hear old Bug-Eyed Peterkin's coming over tonight. Hey, kids, look what I got. Bug-Eyed Peterkin's eyes. Last night they finally blew.
Hey, Ben.
Dad, let me cut to the chase right now.
Okay, that'll be good.
Where's this thing going? I mean, what do we see for the future here?
I don't know. I guess we'll just talk for another couple of minutes, and then I'll talk to someone else.
No, I'm not talking about me, Dad. I'm talking about you and what's her name?
Alice.
Yeah, I don't mention her name in the house.
No, Ben,
I just don't want this to get out of hand, Dad, and without you discussing it first with your family, which is me and that uncle we have.
Ben, I don't understand what it is that makes you uncomfortable about.
I'm not mad about it. I'm just saying you seem to be deliberately leaving me out. Like last night, you ended the conversation very abruptly. I mean, I know it was late, but
well, because I didn't know how to.
What was that thing "good night" all about?
I didn't know how to respond to the line that women will eat you alive.
Well, maybe I was being a little too...
Well, I don't know, Ben, but it seems to me that this thing is moving at its own... It has its own rhythm and its own pace.
Oh, my God, you slept with her.
No, in fact, we haven't consummated we haven't had any consummate yet.
Well, Dad, don't get me laughing when I'm very upset right now.
Why is that? Why wouldn't you want your father to experience happiness?
Well, Dad, I was just a little concerned. Maybe I don't want to see you get hurt again.
You mean romantically? That's...
Yeah.
In every relationship, somebody has the upper hand romantically, and I feel like in this one, it's me.
You got hurt by Mom, didn't you?
Well, we both got hurt. That was...
sounds like it's getting serious. I mean, you shared cheesecake and...
Ben, I'm just taking this one day at a time, seeing how this thing evolves. It's only been 3 dates. We had lunch.
Right.
We had dinner. And now...
You had dinner again.
I think I'm putting on weight. Oh my God, she's fattening me up for the kill.
Is that how they do it?
You know how some people want to grow old together?
Mm-hmm.
She just wants to explode with me.
Laura.
Oh, here comes trouble.
Clever. Let me tell you something, Laura. There's love in the air, and it stinks to high heaven. You know what I'm talking about, right?
No.
Well, my dad is practically getting married, and then
He is?
Well, my dad's going out with a woman now, right?
Yeah.
No, have you noticed lately that my dad has been, very into this relationship? Like a little too much?
No, not really.
Yeah, it's happening. It's happening.
Ben, I mean, that would be a good thing, don't you
No, that's
think?
not a good thing, Laura. It's not good to get involved with a woman when you're over 40. I mean, there's a point when you got to stop.
Well, I think you're overreacting.
In my mind, I think he's, getting ready to hook up to the old ball and chain.
Well, what makes her the ball and chain?
Laura, let me explain something to you about the marriage tradition, all right?
Okay.
In the olden days, Laura, women would stay at home.
Yeah.
Raise kids. They would milk the cows. They would take that milk, make butter with it. They would also make milk with it. They would make heavy cream. They would make ice cream. Then they would make the hot fudge.
Okay, so your point?
My point is that women make dairy products.
How is your social life?
Things are not good. My social life is not very good. How should I put it? Well, let's say Anne Frank got out more than I do.
Mm-hmm.
I always have this fantasy when you get together with someone, when you have a relationship, you say these really cute, sweet things to each other.
Right.
Every time I'm in a relationship, I always wind up saying things like, "What are you picking?"
So, Carol, do you find that when you're in a relationship, you tend to sabotage yourself?
I don't know. I have very high standards, A lot of women like the strong, silent type. Not me.
What do you like?
I like them weak and chatty.
Well, you were married not so long ago. Can we talk about that?
Well, I was married. I was married for 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
At least I got divorced. What cracks me up are these people that have their marriages annulled. That's supposed to mean the marriage never existed? Boy, talk about denial. What do you say to people when they see your wedding album? Oh, that was just some play I was in.
Check me out, Todd.
You got 2 copies of the same movie there, Ben.
Right, Kramer versus Kramer, I got 2, because I'm going to watch it twice.
It's a mistake, right? You don't want both these, right?
No, I said I'm going to watch them twice, so that's why I got 2.
What's the problem? Why are you getting such sad movies? 2 sad movies.
I think sometimes people are in the mood to watch a film about family falling apart.
Don't make me do this dance with you. What specifically has bothered you?
Well, my dad, you don't want to hear it.
I sure do.
Well, it's just depressing, and I assume you don't want to hear it.
No, I want to hear it more than ever.
Well, my dad's been on, he's seeing someone.
Uh-huh.
Well, you know that my mom left my family a long time ago.
Yeah, right, whatever.
Yeah, thanks for the support. And then recently, over the last couple of weeks, my dad's been, seeing this woman pretty seriously, and I'm starting to get the signals that, it's gonna end in something awful like marriage.
You think they're getting married?
Well, I mean, they've been...
Oh my God, that's great.
No, that's not great. If he marries another woman, then she's, it's a whole new family. Got to get to know her.
Nah, you don't have to get to know her.
I have to do the obligatory, 1 year of hating her.
I think you got to think of your dad's point of view, He's...
No, I think...
He's getting a little older. He probably, he wants to rush things a little bit, and so...
Yeah, that's my point. I'm saying that he's making a mistake.
Don't you want him to be happy, though? Don't you want your father to be happy?
No, I like him like he is. What about you? What about... I mean, you must know what I'm talking about. You're obviously from a broken home.
I'm not, actually. My parents have been married 25 years, happily married 25 years.
You're kidding?
Yeah.
Do you see your parents a lot?
Yeah.
Like how often?
Saw them 4 years ago.
Well, I would assume that if you loved your family that much, you'd see them more than every 4 years.
It's because I love them that I only see them every 4 years.
Well, it sounds like there's a problem there.
Hey, I'm not the one renting Kramer versus Kramer twice.
Yeah, well, I need help now, not hurt, Todd, so...
Put 1 copy of this back, then.
Oh, God, I'm sorry I sneezed on you. Oh, Jesus. When we wipe up, I had just eaten peanuts.
You gotta learn how to eat your food, man.
Oh, my God, Todd, I'm sorry. I've never done that to another man. So anyway, what was I saying? Maybe I just better go.
Hello, Mr. Meany.
Hello, Laura. Back again for a checkup.
Great. Well, it's nice to see you.
Is it really?
Hmm.
Well, you should say that it is good to see me. When you come into this office for 2, 3, 4, 5 years, I don't know how long I've been coming here.
9 years.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Could you take a seat, please?
No, I'll stand. Thank you. And I'll pace. I'll stand and pace. Pace and stand. Stand and pace. Pace and stand till Dr. Katz calls my name.
Kevin?
Ah!
How is married life, Kevin?
It's good. Marriage is good.
Mm-hmm.
Marianne really makes me feel good.
So your wife is in what trimester?
I don't know. She doesn't tell me anything.
Well, how did you find out she was pregnant?
It's just a instinct, I guess. I come home and cook dinner for her, and next thing you know, she comes in and she's eating everything in the house. That's why I think she, might be with child.
Did you ask her?
No.
Well, it strikes me as odd, Kevin, that you just wouldn't ask her outright if she is pregnant.
Maybe I should call her on the phone and have, but why didn't she tell me if she was? Isn't that her responsibility?
Well, maybe
to tell me.
Maybe she's afraid that you would have that you would react badly.
Why would I react badly?
That's what I mean.
I'd be excited.
Here's what I'd like you to do before next week. Talk to her about her pregnancy.
Mm-hmm.
Just ask her outright.
Say what?
Is it Anna?
No, it's Marianne.
Okay, I'm sorry. Don't say Anna then. Say, Marianne, are you in fact pregnant?
Marianne, are you in fact pregnant?
No, but use your own words.
Right. Marianne, are you in fact pregnant?
And try to let her know that this is good news for you.
Yes.
Okay, I'll be is it Anna?
Marianne.
I'll be Marianne. You asked me the question.
Marianne. Am I supposed to be Marianne?
No.
Marianne. I'm Marianne.
No, I'm Marianne.
I am Marianne.
No,
Stop it.
No,
Stop.
no.
You're snoring. Stop it. Now I'm Marianne.
Okay.
Ask me now.
Marianne.
Yes.
That's great, honey.
Dr. Katz's office.
Oh, Laura, what a day.
Mm-hmm.
I was making up the list for the wedding, and of course you're on it. +1. of course, when he gets married, I just want to make sure that everything is set and there's no one else to plan it. I mean, the only other person who enjoyed planning weddings was my mom, and obviously she wouldn't want to plan it. Anyway, I was hoping to get married before my father got married. I guess I'm old-fashioned that way, but... So what do you think? Are you ever going to get married? I mean, you're getting to the point where maybe...
I don't know, maybe if the right guy comes along.
Laura, you got to get out of your dream world and stop believing in this fantasy that some white knight is going to ride up on his white horse and tap you with his white hand with the white glove on it and then take you to Whiteville. I mean, you're not getting any younger, Laura, and it's getting to the point where you better take what you can get. So will you marry me?
No.
Double wedding. Me, you, my dad, the doctor. This makes sense. Laura?
So what did I miss?
Well, where were you?
I had to bring some glasses up.
You missed all the lower intestine talk.
Oh, I'm really glad about that.
No, I was telling Stanley that I've gone out with this woman 3 times now, and we've sort of reached an impasse.
A blockage, Estwer?
No, an impasse.
What? About what? Emotional impasse?
Emotional impasse. But she writes extensively about she's a gastroenterologist. There's no pretty way to say that.
I'm not even really sure what kind of doctor that is.
I'll give you a hint.
Ew. Is that what she does?
No, she deals with any kind of digestive issue.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
We've had she's very charming and attractive, and...
Well, sounds good.
Well, here's the thing is that I'm not sure that it's a relationship that I'm excited about pursuing.
Huh.
It's awkward for a man to be... She's coming on very strong to me.
She is.
Yeah.
Like what? Like how?
I think she is. I have to say, I'm not 100% sure that I'm the expert on how to read these signals. I think she was putting the moves on me last night.
Which moves?
We had a couple of drinks.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I was feeling particularly vulnerable.
Yeah.
She asked me to come back up to her place.
Yeah.
And then she said, these are the words that I was dreading. She said, let me put on something slinky.
And?
She put on a slinky.
And, 45 minutes later, I'm sitting in there waiting for her to come back. No, she came back. This is where I think it went wrong. She said to me, I want you.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And I said, finish your thought.
Dr. Katz, this box came for you. It's from Dr. Weber.
Wow, oh, look, it's her latest book. Dear Jonathan, thank you for a lovely evening. I hope you enjoy this read. Some people think it's bathroom reading. Fondly, Alice Weber. Hey, this is really sweet. I think this is...
She's very attractive.
Being an attractive person is much more than what you look like.
Right.
Hey, can you do me a favor? Can you call Dr. Weber and tell her that tonight's not going to work out for me? That we'll do it again real soon?
You want me to call her?
Would you? Because otherwise she'll talk me into it, and I really don't want to... I don't think I could sit through another meal with this one.
Dr. Katz, are you asking me to break up with her for you?
Would you?
Yeah.
I just think movies today, it's just too violent and scary. I mean, I took an 8-year-old to see Godzilla, and he cried through the whole thing. Although it could have been because he didn't know who I was.
Do you still want to have kids, Carol?
I would like to have a baby, but I am afraid of the pain of childbirth.
Mm-hmm.
And other women who've been through labor, they're like a bizarre cult. They can never really tell you what the pain is like.
Yeah.
I'll ask them, so is it like really, 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 really bad cramps? And they just go, oh no, grasshopper.
I feel good about myself. I've been working out. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
I lost 40 pounds.
You look great.
I gained it all back, but I did lose the 40 pounds.
Well, you go through these cycles, Kevin.
I'm not miserable. I'm just a lot of anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
It's good to let it out. Sometimes.
Whoops. You know what the music means, Kevin.
Oh, God.
Our time is up.
Well, Dad, I'm shocked to hear that it didn't work out with you.
Well,
what happened? How did it?
There is something very exciting about a new relationship with someone. The prospect of being intimate with somebody for the first time is exciting.
That's.
But it's played itself out very quickly, and it
I was
wasn't
surprised. I'm wondering, who do you blame for the?
I could have blamed this one on you. No,
I certainly didn't provide you the support.
No, I don't.
Maybe I overreacted.
Well, I think that you were afraid that maybe I was going to remarry, which is something that I don't even consider. Do you think someday you'll get married, Ben? Because I actually think you are the marrying type. I think you'd make a great husband, a great dad.
Yeah, I just don't think I would be well suited. I mean, think about it, the same person, day in, day out, sitting across the table from you. Every stupid thing he says, every boring story he tells.
How come you keep saying he? You're talking about me.
Oh my God, I'm sick of the way you talk. And the way you eat. Like, you eat out of the corner of your mouth.
Well,
and here's another thing that bothers me. Why do you throw away the cream when it's half done?
Because if you don't throw it away, it'll go sour.
It doesn't get bad after one day.
We should get counseling, Ben. This is so petty.
It's typical of you to say that. We should get counseling. So smug.
I'm not being smug. I'm trying to salvage what's left of this marriage.
Why don't you just go to work and I'll clean up?
Okay, Ben. I'll see you later then.
What time are you going to be home?
I'll be home usual time.
Well, don't be late. And
I won't be late.
Can I get a kiss on the cheek or what?
Yes, you do. Come here. Ow, that tickled.
Why do you do that? But I actually gotta wrap up here, so I'm just gonna. So that means I can't pour your coffee.
I'm just thrilled that you got something to do today.
How do you know I got something to do?
Well, why are you in a hurry otherwise?
I got something to do today.
Okay.
I gotta run up to the roof.
Why are you going up to the roof?
Well, I have a job this week.
What are you talking about?
Well, you know Mr. Graham, right? Mm-hmm. He's going away for a week.
Right.
And I'm taking care of his pigeons on the roof.
Huh. Well, you know, those pigeons, Mr. Graham he's a very sweet guy, and since his wife died, since his wife left him, those pigeons are his life.
She did die.
No, she didn't die, she left him. She flew the coop. But do you know anything about pigeons? Because he would be devastated if anything happened to those birds.
Well, I mean, Mr. Graham gave me, a basic idea of what they are. Mm-hmm. I didn't know until he told me. But they're mammals.
I really think you should think twice about it because, first of all, you may not be qualified to take... How many pigeons does he have?
I think there's 12.
12 pigeons. See, it's a big responsibility, Ben, that's all.
They're pigeons. I mean, it's not like I'm taking over daycare center or something. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm going to be getting up early every morning.
Yeah.
Like 6 a.m. I mean, it's going to be more along the lines of a farm lifestyle for me now. Mm-hmm. Because I got birds to feed. So,
Yeah.
You can help or you can get my way. I would prefer you help.
Can I do a little of each?
Do you have something on like an upper deck? Because the lower deck it's too...
Laura?
Yeah, I'd like to reserve that. And could you overnight
hey, Laura,
them?
Excuse me, Laura, where's the Wyman file?
Well, can you hold on a second, please?
If you could just point to it. Could you point to the file?
I'm trying to work out some business stuff.
I'm sorry, Laura, but just point... Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to have to call you back, okay? I'm so sorry. Okay, bye. What?
No, I need the Wyman file, that's all. I'm sorry I interrupted you. I didn't realize that you were on an important call.
Well, I'm trying to make plans for my vacation. It's hard to, to get good stuff at the last minute like this.
When are you planning to go away?
Probably tomorrow night.
My recollection is you don't really have that many vacation days coming to you. In fact, I think you're overdrawn right now.
Well, then what's 5 more? I mean...
You can't go. You can't... First of all, you have to give me notice. You can't...
I'm not quitting.
I just would have appreciated some notice next time.
Well, I didn't know until now. I mean...
Well, now you know that next time I appreciate notice. Where are you going?
Well, we're going on a cruise in the Caribbean.
Who's we?
Going with my college roommate.
Oh, that sounds great.
Yeah.
Would you send me a card from the Caribbean, Laura? I'd love that.
I'll be back before you get it.
Would you bring me something?
All right.
Thanks.
What do you want?
I don't know, something Caribbean, like salsa or some kind of Caribbean garb.
You want Caribbean garb?
Yeah. Or salsa.
Okay.
Salsa picante.
Dr. Katz?
Yeah.
I've got work to do.
Okay. Tell me something about your childhood. Tell me something about your parents.
My dad is a third generation Irish American.
Mm-hmm.
Grew up in Boston.
Right.
I don't know if you know anything about the working class Irish of the industrial East.
Well,
He's not here to judge anyone, be you white and Catholic or Catholic and white. Can't we all just get along?
but you still spend time with your parents now.
When I was living in Los Angeles, I had my parents come out to visit me from Boston. I would always go back there, and finally I went, you know what, I'm tired of always going to see them. I'm going to have them come out and see me.
Right.
Mistake! Don't you wish you had that guy in your life?
Uh-huh.
Lived in your closet, tuxedo and a top hat. Every time you screwed up, he'd just pop out. I'll just cut my own hair. Mistake! So my parents came out, and it was me and my parents and my girlfriend and her parents. And my girlfriend's parents are about 20 years younger than my parents. Or, they're teachers. They're very intellectual.
Right.
But everything was great until, my father finally let go with his opinions and got a little hammered. And, well, I should have known he was drunk. He turned red. Let's see, you're Irish, you get drunk, you turn red.
Yeah.
Physiological signal we developed years ago in case there's a sudden insurrection against the British, we know who not to give loaded firearms to. I'm tired of the oppression. We're charging the palace. Seamus! Ah, you're red. Kelly! Ah, you're red too. Screw it, we do it next week. Give me a Guinness.
What's up, Ben? Because I got about 2 minutes here.
No, I've been reading up on pigeons, and I'll tell you something. There is a lot of beautiful history behind the bird.
Okay, Ben, tell me one thing I don't know about pigeons.
Did you know that in World War I, pigeons served the Allied forces? They actually had rank. There was like lieutenants, sergeants, there was even a colonel. I'll tell you something.
Yeah.
One of the most well-known military pigeons was G.I. Joe.
Is that true?
That is true.
Because if it's not true, you're going to embarrass me with that information.
First of all,
blurt it out at a cocktail party.
Yeah, don't do that. I'll tell you, there was one pigeon Mr. Graham has, Duke.
That's his name?
Yeah. And that's a great bird.
Is he like the ringleader, you think, of the pigeons?
Well, I think he's probably the smartest, maybe the oldest. And he has some special qualities.
Oh, yeah?
Well, Duke is the only pigeon I can really let out that will come back. He's like a boomerang.
There's a pigeon on my ledge right now.
Kill it.
Ben, did you check on the birds this morning?
What birds?
You were supposed to feed Mr. Graham's pigeons.
Who's Mr. Graham?
Ben, this is not... You're not...
Dad, relax. I'm kidding. I was already up there. They're fine.
Okay, I'm just checking. I mean, hey, did you read about the big snowstorm coming?
No.
They're expecting as many as 24 inches.
24 inches?
That is an enormous blizzard. That's
a big storm.
I remember when you were little, you used to get in bed with me and we'd listen together for the school cancellations.
That's right.
And sometimes I'd fall back asleep. And you would just tell me school was canceled. I remember putting on like so many layers, Ben, that sometimes I couldn't find you.
Right.
We'd put on a T-shirt, we'd put on a sweatshirt, we'd put on your snow pants, and the snow pants you'd love because you could fall over and it wouldn't hurt.
Yeah, those were exciting days.
Ben, this could be an exciting adventure for us. I don't know why you're so cranky about a storm. We love storms. We're storm people.
I don't know how to deal if there's a huge snowstorm. What do I do with the birds?
Ben, the birds will know what to do. They're not new at this being outdoors in a coop business.
You think I just leave them be? Well, if it's 2 feet of snow,
they'll do fine, Ben.
What about heavy wind?
They can't calculate the wind chill factor.
Well, what if it sleets and then tiny pellets kill them?
Yeah, Ben, you can get paranoid about it, or you can...
Well, what if the electricity goes out? And what if people loot and they take the pigeons?
Yeah. You know what could be a very elegant and simple solution to this problem?
Kill Mr. Graham.
I was going to say cardboard, but I think your solution's much better.
Thank you.
Why can't we kill him with cardboard? Just once.
All right.
I'm trying to remember who referred you to me.
Well, I have a lot of friends who've been to see you, and they really respect you, or they've at least been to see you twice.
Right. So what is it that brings you here and brings you to therapy?
Well, I worry that I'm not spending enough time with people. I'm spending too much time with my dogs. I have 4 dogs.
Right.
And I pretty much, I live in a herd.
Yeah.
I'm sort of like Jane Goodall, only without all that irritating research.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't want to come visit me because I have 4 dogs, especially my one dog, Lewis. The thing about him is he's got what I refer to as a greeting disorder.
Mm-hmm.
His welcoming ceremonies can go up to and including maybe an hour, and that's just the injury part.
Dr. Katz's office.
Laura, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I'm out here with my new friends, and I wanted to introduce them to you one by one. So, hold on and say hello to Cracker. Cracker, say something to Laura. Do that little noise. Cute, isn't he? Huh? I'm going to put Biscuit on. Hold on one sec. Biscuit, say hello to Laura. It sounds like Cracker, but hold on. Wafer.
Actually, I had a pet psychic come to my house to talk to Lewis and find out why he was doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And the pet psychic couldn't really give me any insight to Lewis, but she did explain to me that my littlest dog, Winky, is a healer.
Yeah.
Which was sort of a surprise to me because the only thing I see Winky doing on a regular basis is walking really slowly from one side of the house to the other, licking the floor. My little dog Winky has got a weight problem, really. If he was a human, he would be like 4 feet high and weigh 200 pounds.
I think one of the problems that's apparent to me with your dogs is that often you start a story about your dogs with the phrase, if he were a human.
Yeah, isn't that sad?
It's not sad, it's telling.
Yeah, I'm not sure they aren't humans. But that would be really sad, because my dog Lewis then would be a 56-year-old guy swallowing tennis balls.
Would that be so bad?
I took a group photo of the pigeons. I put little ties on them. It's like a class photo. I'm actually up here right now because I'm just securing the coop because of the storm. Have you heard the storm coming through?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just going to be here tonight. I'm a little concerned, actually, because that could affect the pigeons.
Well, I'll be long gone before the storm because I'm leaving for a cruise.
I heard you're going on a cruise.
Yep.
You know, there's a good chance that your flight will be canceled.
Ben, don't piss me off.
So they dictate the tempo and the pace of your life, these dogs.
Well, they've been moving mealtime. Every day they move mealtime down another half an hour.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be at like 9 in the morning, and now it's at 7:30 in the morning, and they're trying to move it to 7.
It's like the early bird special, I think, is what they're looking for.
I think they think that if they keep moving it a little bit each day, earlier and earlier, there's some sort of a quantum physics moment where all meal times meet and it's one continuous meal.
Yeah, Laura, why are you going on a cruise? I mean, are you going with your grandparents, or...?
No, I'm going with my college roommate.
How old is she?
My age.
A cruise is typically something that, either newlyweds go on or older people.
No, it's not, it's like being at a big resort.
Yeah, but you're on a boat. It's awful. You can't get off. It's like prison. And then you stay in little rooms, and you eat bad food, and then you see bad entertainment. And Laura, whatever you do, don't do any skeet shooting, because clay or not, those are pigeons. Hey, Todd.
Hey, what's up, man?
A lot's up.
What's going on?
Well, I've been working hard this week, I'm a little tired.
Really?
Yeah.
What have you been working on?
Well, there's a guy in my apartment building.
Uh-huh.
He has a coop on the roof. Do you know what a coop is?
A pigeon coop? Yeah.
Yeah. So this week he's away.
Uh-huh.
And I'm looking after the pigeons.
Really?
Well, people scoff at it, Todd, and they're wrong.
Well, enjoy the cleaning of the pigeon shit.
There's going to be a big storm, Todd.
Yeah, I know.
Coming through.
I know.
Are you going to close the store down, or?
Close the store down?
Yeah, I hear there's going to be 2 feet of snow, and there's going to be high winds.
Hey, toy stores don't close around Christmas, do they?
Is this a riddle? Because I'm not good at them.
Snowstorm equals let's go rent a movie. There's a mob of people who want videos for the storm.
Well, Todd, if you look around the store now, and then look around again, unless people are hiding,
right?
There's no one here.
Storms are coming. Storms are coming.
Here's the other wrench in the plan. I've never seen anyone here. And I come here pretty much daily.
You're hurting my feelings.
No, I'm not making fun of you.
Oh, no, I don't know why I thought you were.
You know what? Don't take it personally. If I were making fun of you, I would say other stuff. I wouldn't talk about the video store.
Really?
I would talk about your personality and how you dress funny.
Really?
And stuff like that, and how you're kind of weird and a loner type, and who knows what you do on your own time. I would say stuff like that. I wouldn't talk about the video store. I think this is probably the best aspect of your life.
Really?
Yes.
So I don't need, like, an exciting pigeon hobby to keep me going?
One thing that I see when I travel that kills me is teenage panhandlers.
Right.
It infuriates me. It makes me feel old that I get angry at that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There are people on the street who need help, that should get help, that don't get help. But then there are these 17-year-old kids hanging out in front of the record store, got any change?
Right.
$500 leather jacket, $200 leather boots, got any change? I mean, I don't mean to seem insensitive, but I thought it took time to become a bum. I didn't know you could rocket right into it. I mean, I've been a comedian for a long, long time, and I always used to complain, it's so stressful. It's such a stressful job, it's so stressful. And then I thought, grow up. Is there any job that isn't stressful?
Right.
I mean, what job out there doesn't stress you out of your mind? And then one night I was actually performing, and a guy shouted out, "Bingo caller!" And I thought, okay, yeah, there's one, bingo caller, one.
Right.
And then I thought, no, wait a minute, bingo caller? Every day you go to work and have the hopes and dreams of countless helpless and elderly people resting on your every move? I-7, I need my medicine! N3, I hate you!
I don't think we're going to get that much snow. I don't believe them. They're always saying that, and they're always wrong.
They never know.
You know why they say that? Because it's big business.
That's so stupid.
business. It's weather has become a major industry.
Oh, yeah.
It's pathetic.
Yeah.
It used to be just a guy saying it's going to be cold tomorrow or it's going to be a little bit muggy. And now they have like logos and music and they get the whole world pumped up over a few inches of snow.
Can't wait till it snows.
Me too.
Well, it's already snowing.
I love it.
I
It's
am
so
pumped.
exciting. Yeah.
There is something about a storm that makes people drink more and feel there's a certain sense of desperation.
Oh, it's an amazing time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very weird. I always notice a difference in here.
Do people drink more during
Oh
storm?
yeah, people are weird. It's sort of it's like a full moon. Yeah.
It's liberating in a certain way, I think.
What do you mean?
Well, the storm is coming. Certain choices that you ordinarily make in your life are going to be made for you by nature. It permits you to do almost... why don't we hold up a liquor store just for fun? Birds are creatures of nature. I mean, they're built to survive this kind of storm.
I'm just not quite sure I secured them well enough. I mean, one major gust of wind could blow that whole coop out.
So maybe you want to go up and secure the coop.
I'm not going out there. It's freezing.
Well, you can't have it both ways, Ben.
Well, all I'm saying is maybe I should go up there right now and bring the birds in here. I mean, would
bring them in with us?
Would you allow me to bring the birds into the apartment
No.
until the snow clears?
No, I would not. I would not permit that. Because they carry all kinds of disease, birds.
Dad, I've touched them all week and I don't have anything except these sores.
Well, I'd like you to get a checkup when this whole thing blows over.
Yeah, I find it hard to believe that you wouldn't take in 12 birds, especially Duke, who has I think a superior intelligence.
Well, why don't we take in Duke and see how that goes?
Well, we'll put them all in the den. Then we'll shut both doors and they won't get up.
You know what, Ben? Try to relax, enjoy the storm, enjoy the night.
Mm-hmm.
In the morning, we'll go up together, we'll look at the birds, and I bet you they'll be fine.
All right, well, I hope you're right, and let their frozen blood be on your conscience tomorrow if the worst happens, okay?
Okay.
So that's okay?
It's okay with me. I will have frozen blood on my conscience.
Yeah, okay, well, you let their rigid bodies and their X's for eyes, you let that be on your conscience.
Okay, it's a deal.
You're going to go to bed?
Yes.
Even with the dead bird thing?
I can sleep through dead bird.
Mr. Graham's only things in his life that he cares about, you're willing to take away from that. So let Mr. Graham be on your conscience tonight, too. Good night.
Good night.
You going to go to bed with that?
I'm going to bed with...
Let Mrs. Graham, who died...
No, she didn't die. She left him.
No, she died.
Can I just review the things I'm taking to bed on my conscience?
Fine.
I got some pigeon blood. Frozen pigeon blood. I got some frozen pigeons and Mr. Graham.
And you have a deceased Mrs.
No,
Graham.
she's not. She's fine, Ben. She's having the time of her life.
Good night. Dad, check it out.
They look fine, but they look...
Well, yeah, I mean, I think it's...
They look like they slept better than you did, although it's hard to tell a well-rested pigeon from the rest of the pigeons.
Well, you know, Mr. Graham can't complain. I mean, I did my job.
Do you feel reassured that they can survive on their own?
I suppose, but although, you know, there wasn't as much accumulation as I first thought there was going to be.
Yeah.
But, Dad, you know, isn't it... It's nice to be up here. First of all, we've never spent a lot of time on the roof together.
It's really beautiful up here, Ben. You can see...
We can see the whole city, really. And the snow is now softly falling, and the pigeons are purring. I do a little impression of them.
You had me going.
You know, Dad.
Yeah.
Maybe you should think about taking the day off, staying up here with me. We'll sit out.
There's nothing I would love.
We'll feed the pigeons.
There's nothing I would love more, Ben. But just like you have a sense of responsibility towards the pigeons, I feel the same sense of responsibility towards my patients.
Yeah, but you know, I bet you, people are going to be getting a late start anyway today because of the snow buildup. So maybe you just stay in for the morning.
Well, but can you imagine somebody digging their way out of their driveway, traveling in this snow to my office, getting there and I'm not there?
You know, the other thing is I bought 30 loaves of bread.
Yeah, I really should go into work.
Well, Dad, the other thing is Laura is not going to be in there, so I mean...
No, actually she is. Her flight got canceled, so she is coming in today.
Uh-huh. I told her so.
Yeah.
Ben is right, a lot. You know, Dad, if you're going to leave, I really want to show you my prize bird before you go.
Okay.
You see the big bird right there?
That's Duke?
That's Duke.
He's a good-looking bird.
He's a beautiful bird.
Yeah.
But let me show you how amazing Duke is.
Okay.
All right, Duke. Are you ready? And fly. And Duke will...
Where is it?
Duke will turn around and come back. This bird is like hones in on the coop. Duke! He's definitely flying way out there now, but
yeah, I don't think...
Well, Duke!
Did you do anything that might have pissed him off?
Well, maybe if we wave your hands, Dad, give him a target.
I think what's important is that you remember him at his peak.
Duke was definitely Mr. Graham's favorite bird.
That's going to be an adjustment for him.
No, this doesn't bode well.
No.
Duke!
I'm sort of just a permanent loser at love is what I feel like.
Well,
I've never really had a successful love relationship. When I see happy couples, I feel like I turn into Margaret Mead. I just sort of stare at them and I think, what are they doing exactly?
Did you say you're a loser at love?
Yeah, I'm a very big loser at love, yeah.
I think a better way to say it is that you haven't been lucky at love yet.
Yeah.
I think it's important, Meryl, that you use language that doesn't exclude hope.
Well, there's no hope for the past.
Well, that's true.
Right.
I'm not going to nickel and dime you on this.
No.
I've been going out with my girlfriend for 3 years now. And now I'm getting hit on.
Right.
When I was single and could do something about it, nothing.
Yeah.
And I guess they say it's that confidence factor. You know, if you're not looking for something, maybe that's true. Apparently, I don't even realize it. I'm walking through nightclubs like Cary Grant. Hello, darling. Good to see you. No, I don't have time for drinks, but why don't we brunch on Sunday? And what do you mean you won't look fantastic? You always look fantastic because you are fantastic. I'll see you on Sunday. But the same club, the same people, but you're single? Suddenly you're climbing through a hatch in the back like Vincent Price.
I couldn't help noticing you sitting alone at the bar. Why don't you look at me when I'm speaking to you?
Whoops. You know what the music means, Dana? Our time is up.
Yeah, I know, but see, I actually feel worse now than I did when I came in. Are you listening anymore?
Boy.